After the first visit of the PNG Department of Education, the second phase was for the review of values in the curriculum in the pilot network. There were 18 participants, including government, non-government, and faith-based organizations and schools. The aim of this study visit was that good examples and measures would be integrated into the education system through curriculum, environment, and daily routine of the selected schools in PNG, and to go deeply into the school-based curriculum and incorporating values into the daily life and classroom experiences at the school. The program included an introduction to Roong School and presentations and discussions of the concept of values in education. Reflection by the delegates began the process.
What we want to have after the students finish from the school, we need them to be well-rounded person development and quality citizen and have social contributor and be social engagement. So this is what we want and how we can do it. We have to start from the center, the whole child development, which is concentrated to the whole human values.
The group was able to observe morning routines and exercises at the primary school and observe an open approach math lesson as well as an integrated subject lesson. They also participated in an AAR session with those teachers. From here, the delegates were able to learn the key elements in lesson plan design as related to the objectives of a value-oriented curriculum, which illustrated the ongoing planning, reflection, and training program. This was also presented and discussed in detail. The delegates also shared their own issues in their school presentations and were able to establish shared goals, and in groups of provinces discussed and planned how to develop strengths. They began to design school-based curriculums and roadmaps with values integrated. The expectations were to set an operating system incorporating core values, to analyze curriculum in practice, and to discuss and design an evaluation program so that relevant tools and action plans are developed by the teachers and head teachers to integrate the concepts in PNG's elementary and primary education curricula on values education, suitable to the provincial context. At each phase during the school visit, the delegates were able to go deeper in their understanding and desire to implement values in education. They realized values could be nurtured through this thinking process, which they can apply in their classrooms with their students, and are committed to implementing values in their curriculum. As they began applying the fundamental concepts in practical plans, they were able to integrate their unique cultural heritage and find the deeper values. They expressed that they realized now they had many tools, but had neglected the values aspect in their design, which they can implement easily. They were able to use the Roong template to clarify their thoughts and steps of teaching. The delegates spent a day at Michai Patana, or Bamboo School, which had excellent examples of the integration of values in education. As well, the school incorporates a sustainable livelihood program, which greatly diminishes the need for external financial resources while developing values, practical skills, and deep understanding in their students, faculty, and families, which were good examples for some of the delegates' own community situations. Toward the final days, the groups began action plans. While initially noting that they came from different circumstances and their physical needs may be different, they were able to identify a common urgent need for values integrated into their school curriculums and the tools of a detailed and thoughtful lesson plans. At Arsomsilp Institute of the Arts, Mr. Surapon Tamromdi, Vice President, hosted a series of activities to give needed tools for the delegates to return to their school communities for in-house training systems, such as after-action review and coaching. They found the tools of AAR and coaching to develop the action plan for long-term achievement could certainly help them identify, communicate, and help their schools progress, and that they have strength and are ready to work with others in their school community.
From what I have seen, the teachers are very advanced. When I say advanced, I mean the kind of approach they present. It shows a lot of thinking at a very high level. And so that is reflected in the way they prepare, plan, and present their lesson. At the same time, it is demonstrated in the way the students respond and interact in the classroom. We observed 2 classes, maths in the morning and then later science. Slightly different approach in terms of the way teacher led the discussion, but obviously it was student-centered. So the teacher was all the time guiding the students with the kind of questions they were asking to get the response from the students in order to build up the knowledge that they were after and also to achieve their objectives that they set out to achieve.
Yeah, I felt really impressed with the presentation, looking at the style, the approach that the teacher used. All teachers, the mathematics teacher and also as well as the integrated lessons teacher, was thoroughly impressed. We see the student as the student has the knowledge, has the information, but we have to create the avenue for the student to analyze the knowledge that he or she has within himself, okay, and then can help to develop. So we don't see the student as so. It is a great experience for me coming to your school and learning about how you go about in the school with the teachers.
From the reflections and feedback during the study visit, it is apparent the delegates were able to gain a deep understanding of the concept of values in education. In conclusion, the delegates were able to create a shared vision and begin to see how these concepts and tools could be integrated into their school communities. The delegates were able to discover their own potential and commitment.